Hey guys, welcome to another video. Happy Monday. So today I'm going to be filming one of my most popular videos again. So as you can tell from the title, I'm going to be talking about what it's like to have Mason as a sibling, some things that I've learned. I filmed this video maybe 6 or 7 years ago, and I feel like I've grown up quite a bit since filming that video. I've learned a lot about myself and a lot about being Mason's sibling and taking care of him and what that's going to look like. So I felt like it was important for me to film this video again. But in case you wanted to check that one out, it's in the description box. Go easy on me, I was like 15 when I filmed that video. So I don't have Mason sitting here with me today. Don't worry, he'll be back next week. But I've learned over the years that I don't like talking about Mason in front of him. Just like you and me, he hears everything I'm saying, and while I am saying mostly good things, it doesn't make me very comfortable when people talk about me while I'm sitting right there. So I would obviously want to extend the same courtesy to Mason. So let's jump right into this video. So having Mason as a sibling growing up really wasn't that different. When my family went on vacation, Mason came. When we went out to dinner, Mason came. He was obviously, like, he's part of our family. That was never any different. So now that I'm much older and Mason's also gone through some health challenges, having him as a sibling and having a disability has really been a big deal for me. Unlike my other siblings, I have 3 older siblings, including Mason, and Mason needs a lot more care than most people do. So I kind of take on the big sister role, even though I am a younger sister. Again, this is by choice. My parents never forced me to do this, or this isn't something I have to do. It's absolutely by choice. But unlike my other older siblings, Mason needs help getting dressed. Mason needs help feeding. He needs help dressing. He needs help taking a shower, which isn't something that a normal sibling relationship would do, but it's something that I do for Mason and that I'm happy to do. So I definitely feel like our sibling relationship is a little bit different because Mason has a disability, but on the other hand, it's brought such beautiful and so many lessons to me. So I'm extremely patient, and I think that's because of Mason. Mason has a hard time communicating. He stutters and he talks extremely quietly by choice. So just getting his thoughts out and what he wants to say takes such a long time, and it requires a lot of patience just to help him get out what he wants to say. Even in his everyday life, Mason can get very stuck. So transitioning from like the car to inside of a store, or from the store back into the car, is really difficult for Mason, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of patience. And I just think having my whole life kind of be like that has made me a very patient person. I also think because of Mason, I'm very accepting. Really no disability like scares me, or people who are different, I like kind of gravitate towards them because of Mason. I've grown up in the disability community my whole life, so I know a lot of people from my high school who have never interacted with somebody with a disability, and seeing somebody like in a wheelchair, they would have absolutely no idea what to do, versus I'm like, all right, like, let's go, let's do this. Like, it's the whole way I've grown up. It's been my whole life. So I think I'm a very accepting person of really any difference, whether it's, you like X, Y, and Z, and most people don't like that. Like, I just think I'm a very accepting person, and I have Mason to thank for that. So another thing that I definitely think I've learned from Mason, and I think this is one of the things that really truly make me me, but I thank Mason for kind of giving me this trait, is I am extremely empathetic. I literally feel other people's emotions almost to a fault, and I think Mason gave me that trait. Because Mason doesn't necessarily communicate how he's feeling, you often have to read his body language or kind of like feel how he's feeling. And I think just growing up with that, I've kind of learned to do it with everybody. So I'm the type of person that cries in every movie I see because I can like genuinely feel how they're feeling. Or I'm very, very empathetic, and I feel emotions very, very strongly. And I think that's because of Mason. And obviously, I think the biggest thing that Mason has given me is my career. I'm a full-time speech language pathologist at a school for kids with disabilities, and I very much thank Mason for that. I got into the field of speech because of Mason. Watching him struggle to communicate his whole life was very challenging for me, and it's made me really want to help other people find their voice and communicate in the best way that they can. I'm also working at a school with disabilities because, again, I'm so comfortable with people with disabilities. They're like, you know, I don't see them as any different. And also during this whole interview process, especially interviewing during a pandemic, one thing that I think really made me stand out was that I had the sibling perspective. So unlike most candidates who only had like the therapist perspective, I have the family perspective as well as the therapist perspective. So when I walk into a meeting with a parent or a family, I know kind of how they're feeling. I've likely gone through a similar situation with my family, and it makes, again, it's really easy for me to empathize with these people and these families because I've been through it with my family too. I know this video is a little bit rambly. I didn't really plan out what I wanted to say, but I hope I kind of got my point across to you guys. One of the big things that I want to do now that we're starting social media again is educate people. Having Mason in my life has been the biggest blessing, and I think that's so important to share. A lot of times when people get a Down syndrome diagnosis, it's not happy and positive, and I really want to show the light of how positive Down syndrome is and how positive it's been to have in my life. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you have any questions about me and Mason, you can leave them in the comments below, or we're very good at getting to Instagram DMs. So feel free to DM me on there anytime. All of our links are in our description as per usual. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and if you want any outfit details, it's on the Like to Know It app, which is also linked below. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be back with Mason next Monday for another one. See you guys next week. Bye.